You know, you've got to look forward to the future, look forward to the fights that you do get, and not worry about what you didn't have or what you lost out on. Because if you start worrying about things that you almost had, you drive yourself mad.
True that, right?
Don't think about what you haven't got. Concentrate on what you do have and be thankful to God that you do have it.
Be in the present.
Because there's a lot of people a lot worse off than however bad you think or anything you are. There's always a lot of people out there who's worse off.
That's very true. What I wanted to do was get to know Tyson Fury. The American audience hears about you, but we don't really know you. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit less about boxing and more about you.
You want to get to know me?
I want to get to know you.
Better get a little bit closer then, cuddle in and that. See, this is the real Tyson Fury.
You know what? Have I not been warned so many times, like, oh, he is a personality. And you know what? I was given some little information about you on how you got your nickname, or your name Tyson.
It's not a nickname, it's my real name.
Well, your name, Tyson. And it was because you were premature and you, I guess, died a couple times, was that?
That's right, yeah.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I can do, if it makes me feel any better. Let's go back. I was born 7 or 8 weeks premature, 1988. My dad was a boxer before me. His hero was Mike Tyson, so he had a son who was ill in hospital, only weighed a pound in weight, and I died 3 times as a baby, and they brought me back to life. So then he called me Tyson.
Here's what I find fascinating, because I was born 2.5 months premature as well.
Okay.
So I was just a little under 4 pounds. The doctor said she's not going to be full, grow to be full, like basically a normal sized person, or might be mentally slow. You're smart. You're large.
Good looking.
There you go.
Gifted
and you
gal.
know what? And
sexy.
It was
handsome.
It was.
I can just keep rolling them off.
Keep it going. Keep it going. It was everything that I'm sure the doctor said that wasn't going to happen for you.
Well, I believe, I don't remember because I was only a kid, but they said to me, Dad, that he wouldn't be a normal size. He'd be weak and frail all his life. So how wrong he was.
They say like bad eyesight,
Yeah, but there's a lot. I see a lot of tall people around, and I always ask them, what was your birth like and all that? What was your childhood? And a lot of them say, all like the giants like me, they always say, oh, I was premature, I was an ill child, or something like that. There's always a story behind the size.
Really? Well, that's an interesting story, because so many people, I don't think they really even know that about you.
It's pretty, it's out there. So.
Yeah. Okay, what do you like to do outside of boxing?
I like having sex. Lots of it. How about you?
Oh my God. Do I like sex?
Yeah.
Oh, Tyson, this one right here. Sure,
I do.
who doesn't, right? Who doesn't like
But I treat it as a workout.
Sex life?
I would treat it as a workout as well, because a minimum sex is like 60 to 130 minutes. So then I get a good sweat on.
Wow.
And I treat it as a workout as well. So it's good.
How often would you say you have sex?
Okay. Normally, 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes 3 times a day, depending on how I feel.
You can't all the way up until fight, right? Because you do.
I think it's a housewife tale, all that stuff, because I used to, for the first Derek Chisora fight, I didn't have sex for 7 weeks. And I felt okay, but, reality is, science says that you need to keep having sex because you need the testosterone levels to keep regenerating. Because I tell you how it works. You don't have any intimacy with a woman for maybe a week or so, and you feel aggressive, you feel like you want to have sex hardcore style, right? You don't do it for 2 weeks, and it starts a little bit more maybe. Then 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you don't even want to think about having a look at a woman or doing anything. And then 4, 5, 6, it's just, well, forget that completely. I'm not even interested in looking at a woman anymore. So that's how it goes. The longer you leave it, the lower your testosterone level goes. So then it goes stale. So then you need to keep boosting it all the time. So it's healthy. That's why they say healthy sex is the key to having a long life.
It's helping you along the way. What about hobbies aside from sex? Is there anything, or maybe even American sports, is there anything that you actually enjoy?
Yes, I do. I like shooting, as in clay pigeon shooting. It's not American, it's English. I like going hunting, that sort of thing. I like 4x4 vehicles. going off-roading through the mud,
oh,
that sort of stuff. It is, but it's fun as well. What else do I like to do? I like drinking. I like eating food.
What's
movies.
your favourite drink?
My favourite drink? Usually I'm always on a diet, so I'll always just like to have raw stuff like raw vodka or something like that. But if I'm not on a diet or anything, I like something called Deserano and Diet Coke, which is a bit of a girl's drink, but there we go.
I was gonna say it's a little sweet.
It's a little sweet, but...
You kind of remind me of a whiskey man.
No, I'm not really a whiskey man. I don't like whiskey, although I've been known to drink it sometimes. It's not for me. But from now on, I won't be drinking anymore, as I've been a changed person.
Go into that a little bit.
Well, the old me is not a very nice person, to be honest. Bit of a jack the lad, up for anything, drinking, whatever you want to do, call me and I'm down for it, whether I've got a fight around the corner or not. And that's not the way to go, is it, in life? I have a wife, I have kids, so that person is a bad person, isn't he? A man who's doing bad things all the time. A man who can only think about doing bad things. When I say bad things, I don't mean murdering people and all. I just mean stuff that a married man shouldn't be doing, basically. And although I know it's wrong, I keep doing the same things over and over again. And when I'm at home for 5-10 minutes and I think, oh God, what am I doing? Bored already. Yeah. So there comes to a stage in life where you've done, basically, I've been professional boxer since I've been 20, and I've been in the media since I've been 20. I've been a national star since I've been 20, really. All my fights have been live on TV. So I've had a lot of media coverage and attention over the past 6 years. So you can imagine the kind of stuff that I've got up to within them 6 years. So basically, been there, done everything there is to do, basically. And it's time for a change. I've found God. I've asked God to come into my life and change the way I am, because I don't like the person I am. I like it when I'm doing it, but after it's done, I feel guilty and regretted.
Right.
So that old me is gone. Now, with the power of God, we'll hope to see a new Tyson Fury.
I was going to say, when Manny Pacquiao, for example, gave his life over to God, he got a lot of slack for that because they said that they felt as if he lost that aggressive, mean-spirited fighter that has always everyone associated him to be.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you would, or you might end up getting the slack for that as well?
No, because I haven't just found God recently. I've been going in and out of it for a long, long time, since I've been 15, 16 years old. So I know right from wrong. It's a lot worse for somebody like me who knows the truth, rather than some random person who never heard the word before. I know right from wrong. I know what I shouldn't be doing and what I should be doing, but yet I still keep doing the things that I shouldn't be. So that to me is worse than your average person who doesn't know any difference.
Right.
So it's been a thing for me where I just like backsliding. It's called. I keep going forward and back and forward and back, and it's a time that it needs to stop. Now the nasty streak in boxing, it is what it is. I've got a killer instinct anyway. If I think I can get somebody out there and knock them into next week, I will. So that's not going to affect me. What does make me strong knowing God is my faith, because I believe if God is with me, who can be against me? As it says in the Bible, if God is with us, who can be against us? Now, I'm not saying God's for me 1,000,000%, because I do sinful things every day, which we all do, because we're all sinners. Basically, we're born into sin through sin, so we're going to be sinners. But we all have to remember that the ultimate price has already been paid.
Right.
All we have to do is believe and turn up.
Right. Well, I really like your attitude, very positive. I mean, granted, you have this other persona of you.
Yeah.
Look at
Bit of a split personality.
You just get you just saw the grin coming through. But that's really positive of you, because a lot of times people are actually very afraid to speak out about their faith. And, for whatever reason, and I'm sure it's because people do get slack for talking about it. I could tweet a scripture and people will be like, and just bash you left and right, and
Well, you're living in a world that's corrupt, in my opinion, corrupt by the devil, and the devil's very strong at the moment. And you're living in a world where people don't want to hear good things, and they don't want to hear about God, and they don't want to hear niceness. They just want to talk about dirt and filth, and they want to hear stupid talk.
We live in a very negative world, don't we? No one likes to see any success. No one wants to see any happiness.
No.
Yeah.
And if you are successful and you are happy, people want to wishing bad luck on you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it's like in America, because I've not spent much time over there, but here, you're successful, you do well, people want to see you down.
Oh, it's the same way there.
over there. But you just got to keep faith in God and keep going strong every day in what you do.
Especially like everyone's for you until suddenly you become their competition or you're doing better than them.
Yeah, basically that's what it is, and then everyone wants to see the downfall. Here they build a star up very big and then they love to crash him down to earth.
The media.
Yeah, but here they like losers, so they don't like me very much.
I was going to ask you about that. So I watched your interview with Kugan Cassius, by the way, which is a good friend of mine.
Okay.
You guys are absolutely ridiculous together. You made mention of the fact that people love to hate you because you're undefeated.
Yeah, and they love to hate me because I talk a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm confident and I'm confident in my own ability. People don't like that.
Speak your mind?
Yeah, speak my mind, and I don't really care what people think. You know, people may try and silence me like the boxing board of control, but they never eventually will, ever, because the day that I give in to a man telling me not to do something is the day that I may as well chop my balls off and chuck them in the bin. Because I'm not a man anymore, am I, if I can be told what to do by another idiot?
Right.
Listen, the only person who I'll listen to is God and me dad, basically. That's it. That's the only people who can tell me what to do, basically.
You've also mentioned that you've received a lot of racism for, being a gypsy, and, can you just, sort of elaborate a little bit on that?
It's something that, it's not like something new, it's something that I grew up with, I come from a travelling background, with that being not the average culture of people. We do nomadic things from thousands of years ago, still today. For people who don't know what travellers are or gypsies, you can't really look at these gypsy sisters or
the shows,
the gypsy weddings and all that, because that's just show business for the TV to sell. But I come from a long line of travellers, gypsies, whatever you want to call them, who receive a lot of hate and racism and derogatory terms every day in this country and throughout the world. There's gypsies in every single country in the world, whether they're known or unknown to the general public, they are there. And what makes you a gypsy? Couldn't tell you. You're just born one, I think.